Let me try the other ear. I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Is that the rivals silenced? Is that the rivals not saying anything about Chelsea? Is that the rivals put on notice? Let me try one more time. No, I definitely can't hear anything. No, I can't hear anything from the rivals. That's right. Silenced. Silenced by Chelsea. Just be warned. Arsenal, Man City, you're on notice. We're coming for you. We are coming for you. 3 Premier League wins in a row for the first time this season. 3 clean sheets on the bounce. Defence looking pretty decent, sitting second in the Premier League. Second top scorers in the division with 1 goal less than Manchester City. Put some respect on Enzo Maresca's name. All of this, Cole Palmer's barely kicked a ball for us. No Levi Colwell. No proven centre forward. Very unproven attack overall. What we are doing right now is very, very good. We are massively overachieving with the situation we find ourselves in. Fair play to the players, fair play to the manager, who deserves all the credit for what he is doing so far this season. Look, this wasn't a vintage performance. This wasn't champagne football, but this was a massive, massive 3 points. We got over the line with 2 moments of quality. This was a huge 3 points, though, in the context of our season, arguably the biggest week of the season. And we were absolutely on it in terms of grinding a result out. That is what I wanted to see. You know, this is the sort of game that last season we probably lose. There was a steely determination about us. We were pretty average in possession. We have to be honest. We were pretty average in possession. That wasn't, we had to be strong defensively. We were strong defensively. Maresca made a few changes. There was no Moises Caicedo in the lineup. A massive positive in terms of he got a complete 90 minutes off, which I wasn't expecting after that first half performance. I was expecting for him to be stripped and ready coming out for the second half. We didn't need to use Esteval. We didn't need to use Alejandro Garnacho either. Reece James pre-planned 45 minutes, and then he had the second half off. These are all really good things. Benoit Badiashile coming back, a solid 45 minutes. This is all really, really top stuff for us. And yeah, it was a tough watch at times in that first half. We were a bit sloppy in possession. We did give the ball away. We did, invite pressure onto ourselves. But, the 2 moments of quality in the game were the difference. And that is the difference between, the sides at the top of the table and the sides towards the bottom of the table is the quality in the key areas of the pitch. And fortunately for us, Burnley just didn't have that quality in the areas that we needed. Obviously, we had another start for Liam Delap. We had Andrey Santos coming in, who was outstanding. I'll get onto him a little bit later. Jamie Gittins, again, another decent performance. He came into the team. And obviously, Tosin coming in at the back as well. I can't lie, when I seen Tosin and Chalobah as that centre-back pairing, I think a lot of Chelsea fans sort of took a deep breath and were like, not today, lads, not today. But no, it was a solid performance from both of them. Chalobah moving out to right back in that second half. And to be honest, in the first half, we didn't create an awful lot. The only sort of real chance we did create was the goal. And it was a brilliant moment of quality. Cucurella picks the ball up. He passes it to Gittins, and Gittins puts in a brilliant ball, which is headed home at the back post by Pedro Neto. And Neto is adding a few more goals to his game, adding more GA to his game. And that's all I've been saying with Neto. I'm a massive fan of Pedro Neto. I've just wanted more output from him. He is now starting to add that. Jamie Gittins, by the way, as well. Fair play to him, because I've seen a stat that no Chelsea player has provided more assists than Gittins across all competitions this season. He's got 4 assists in his last 4 starts for the club. And this one was his first assist in the Premier League. He got an assist against Ajax, 2 against Wolves in the Carabao, and then obviously the assist for Pedro Neto as well. And Gittins is a funny player because he's inconsistent and he's frustrating. But when he gets stuff right, the execution is immaculate. It really is. And so can we just please see that on a more consistent basis? But fair play to Gittins, deserves his flowers. I'm someone that's been critical of him. But we can see more performances like that. We can see him making an impact. Then he's going to be a very useful squad player for us. Very useful squad player for us. And so yeah, him and Neto, I felt there was decent performances from them out wide. But I mean, look, the man of the match for me, Andrey Santos, Dre Santos in midfield, outstanding, absolutely outstanding. You know, it's big shoes to fill coming in for Moises Caicedo, massive shoes to fill. And as I said earlier, we weren't great in possession, and we had to be strong defensively. Dre was unreal in the middle of the park. You know, from a defensive standpoint, you couldn't really tell that Caicedo wasn't on the pitch. Top defensive performance from Dre. He gives a lot of value to this Chelsea squad. There was interceptions. He was winning the ball back, tackles, blocks, everything, you know. A lot of sideways running, covering a lot of ground. He was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And the big worry is when Caicedo doesn't play is that, what's that Chelsea midfield going to look like? Can he step up? But he was absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So good. He easily his best performance in a Chelsea shirt by an absolute mile. Just his third, I think, Premier League start of the season. But given Lavia's injury issues, given that Dario Asugu is out, given the fact that we do need to manage Moy over the course of the season, if Dre can step up and put performances in like that, then that's going to serve us very, very well. But Maresca, look, managed the squad well. You know, the last time we had a 12:30 kickoff after an international break, the first half against Nottingham Forest was an absolute disaster. But the squad was managed well. We got a positive result. Gittins, good. Santos, as we said, outstanding. Mark Guiu, when he came on, very, very good. These are all guys who are kind of viewed as what you would say, quote unquote, B team players. They all stepped up. They all put in a performance. And these kind of players are going to be vital across a long season, fighting on multiple fronts. I mean, the second half, again, you know, you want Chelsea to kill games off. We did kill the game off at the end. It felt like, you know, some of the subs, maybe it was like we were inviting a little bit of pressure onto ourselves, but ultimately we defended well. We stood firm, and then we get the second goal, which is a brilliant team goal. Really good team goal. Nice build up from the back by Gusto and Sanchez. Gusto plays it to Neto, passes it into Mark Guiu. And this is excellent work from Mark Guiu. You know, strong, shrugs the defender off, picks the right pass. And Enzo Fernandez, box crashing, right place, right time, the man for the big moment. But Guiu was doing what Delap failed to do on several occasions throughout the game in a much tougher situation as well. Guiu's got good instincts as a striker, and it was a brilliant goal. Really good goal. Great strength from Guiu. You know, awareness to play the right pass, right weight of pass, and Fernandez doing what he does best, that awareness, anticipating the situation, arriving into the box from midfield, and yet another big goal for him as well. But that was really good from Mark Guiu, and he's someone that, you know, long term at Chelsea, I'm not really sure what the situation is going to be with him, but he's certainly someone that can contribute this season in matches like that and in situations like that from the bench. Delap, you know, you can tell that he's clearly still not 100% fit after that hamstring injury, but I need to be seeing a lot more from him. I just wasn't particularly impressed by what I saw. There are a couple of nice moments here and there, but, you know, if you're going to be talking about Delap as a striker linking up play and stuff, then, you know, Jackson was miles better than him than Delap is currently. So, yeah, look, I'm not by any means giving up on Delap or anything like that. I do like Liam Delap, but he's not ready to be a number 9 first choice for Chelsea at this stage of his career. But that's the club have put him in that situation, and we have to deal with it. Let's get him back to full fitness. Let's get that full match sharpness. But we've got to see more from him. That sort of thing that Guy just did for that second goal, for the Fernandez goal, that's the sort of thing that we need to be seeing Liam Delap doing. That's the sort of thing that you would expect Liam Delap to be doing. And it was excellent work from Guiu. Excellent work. But defensively, we were good. Badiashile, as I said, looks solid. Tosin as well, by the way. Fair play to him. Passing was very, very good. Defending well. A couple of real nice line breakers from Tosin as well. But yeah, look, early kickoff after the international break, long journey, cold, difficult place to go. 2-0 win. Bish, bash, bosh. End of story. Pedro again. Joao should have. I don't think Joao was that great in this game. You know, it's sort of, you want to see a little bit more from him. It wasn't awful, but I mean, some of the decision making in the second half, the composure and lack of awareness in the box on a number of occasions was not ideal. But ultimately, in the end, it didn't cost us. But that's something going forward that we are going to need to iron out and become more efficient and more clinical in the box and in the final third. But hopefully, that is something that will come with time. But you know, that was a massive, massive 3 points. I really cannot underestimate how important that win was for us, you know, to be able to grind out a result whilst not playing particularly well. You know, that's the sort of thing that we need to be doing more of. And we are now starting to build some momentum. You've got Barcelona, you've then got Arsenal coming up. You know, if you can make that 3 wins in a week, then that's then when you got to stand up and take notice and realize, do you know what? We are serious. But it's important. It's really important not to put too much pressure on the team, because we did this last season. We put too much pressure on the team when we were in a position that, you know, no one expected us to be in at that point of the season. And obviously with more expectation comes more pressure. And look, I'm not saying we can't deal with the pressure, but we need to manage expectations. We do need to manage expectations. We do need to manage the expectations. But look, I think we're doing very, very well. I think we're doing very, very well right now. Really well. The squad's united. We are a serious team. And look, whether you like the ownership model or not, guys, this group is growing together. This group are really tight. This group all want to be here. This group all love the club. They're similar ages. And the team spirit and the unity is the best it's been at Chelsea in a long, long time. Long, long time. And that can only serve us well. 3 points off the top of the table. Yes, Arsenal got the North London derby to play, but we're not doing bad, are we? We're not doing bad. All things considered, the position we're in is very, very good. But the fan base have to learn their lesson, because we are overachieving in the league right now. Don't think we have to put on a title charge, which then piles on unnecessary pressure. Enjoy the form right now. It's good to be in the top 2. Let's see how long we can maintain this for. Let's see how long we can maintain it for. But let's just enjoy the situation that we're in. Let's enjoy it. You know, we had to grind it out, as I said. We weren't at our best. Maresca managed the team well. The players stepped up. We held firm. We were resolute. And I'm really excited for the rest of the games coming up this week. I really can't wait. And I think we've got a very, very good chance of winning them both. But yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts on the game itself. Smash up the like, subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, up the Chelsea, and we're out. Love.